This is a short informational clip compiled by Joseph from DAO. Thanks for this. The scientific community, the fact that they're retracting over 5,000 papers this year alone, it shows how badly that they're holding to their theory and not holding to observable truth. I mean, if their science was completely based on no knowledge, like known truth, then we wouldn't be correcting anything. You know, if it wasn't full of assumptions and guesses, then we wouldn't be pulling any papers back. It's got a nice picture of the mountain and exactly where this lava plume was that they tested, this lava dome of dacite. What stood out to me the most in this paper was on page 6. There's a small section and it talks about other test sites that have shown known lava flows, known ages of lava flows, and they've tested these for argon, and they've come out with extreme ages for things that are only 2,000 years old and have a history, like we know the history of the lava flows.
May 17th, 1980. 40 years ago today was a beautiful day on the mountain in southwest Washington. At 8:32 a.m., Mount St. Helens erupted.
They are calling it the most violent eruption of this volcano in 32,000 years.
The energy that came out of Mount St. Helens that day is bigger than any nuclear weapon that we have in our arsenal.
They know that the dome is from the 1980s. So a lot of people will claim contamination in the samples, okay? A lot of people that are critical of this paper from 5 different samples of the same dome, supposedly the same lava flow, and they got back 5 different answers from 5 different labs. So what's been proven about the radiometric dating techniques is that it gives a range of dates rather than any specific date, and then the geologist chooses their date and whatever goes along with their narrative. It's not science, it's purely conjecture. Thanks a lot. All right. So the radiometric dating, what it showed in the tests at Mount St. Helens was that there was excess argon in these samples. Okay. So this gas was present, and not only was it present, but it was in excess amounts in these samples that came out of the ground in the 80s. Now, what that showed is that all the testing using potassium argon dating is obviously incorrect. Beyond that, in a paper, in fact, the same paper by that same scientist, they explained that there was 5 different instances, even from Greece, like a volcano in Greece. Even Hawaii, there were samples in Hawaii of plumes of known age being tested. Okay.
Well,
and
you don't test new rock
and the
anyway
argon was
because
in excess,
yeah,
which means that it resulted in ranges of dates from like 350,000 years to 3 million years. So like this argon testing that you so hold, like you believe in so much and believe is so true,
well,
it really results in an age range rather than any specific date.
even
The
3
geologist
million
can
years
pick
is
a
not
date
from
that
much.
range, is what I understand, is that they can pick a date from that range that results from these tests. You know what I mean? That's not science.
But what we
That's
have
conjecture. That's guesswork.
What we have. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I hear you now. Go ahead.
Yes, you're clear. Yes, you're very clear. You've always been clear.
What we have is a range from 0 to 80 million years. So even if that was the case, and there was that error bar that you're talking about, it wouldn't really matter because we have the dates go from 0 to 80 million years, and we have several dates along that seamount. We have the Hawaiian Islands, which go to 5 million years, and we have all those dates that go along the seamount to 80 million years.
Are incorrect,
so it would be. Let me finish.
They're
Let me finish. Can I finish?
It doesn't matter. You see?
Can I finish?
Hang on,
I'm going to leave.
Wait, he needs to finish because you're breaking up and it's real bad. I don't know why it's extra worse today.
They just can't make up their mind
Sorry.
on another dinosaur.
That's my reader. I apologise.
So it would be a real coincidence to have 0 to 80 million years, and every sample that we have falls within that range, increasing dating going to the northwest until the very oldest islands and seamounts up towards the Aleutian Islands are 80 million years. So 0 to 80 million years. We don't have dates in between there that are off. So you'd have to address why there seems to be this progression of age dates
Sure, and I
for
think I
the
already
entire
have.
emperor.
I mean, if you would listen to what I have to say. I mean,
Well, okay, go ahead.
okay. So in known tests of volcanic plumes of known age, like these plumes are from the 80s, and they got a range of dates from 350,000 years to 3 million years. Okay, and this is a sample that was, less than 50 years old. So if these samples of a known age are so incorrect and they're given a date range to choose from, it's all conjecture, because that means that the ranges that they're given as results from the radiometric dating that's going on in Hawaii of these different islands you say are submerged, those are going to be wrong too if samples of known ages are wrong and you're given a range of dates from the lab. Now, hang on, don't say anything yet. In these tests, in this metric dating test, these geologists are given a range from the lab, and then they select the date to go along with their own narratives. That's conjecture. That's not science. That's not honest scientific research. That's completely guesswork. And it's just to add to the narrative that's being pushed. Known lava flows, known ages of lava flows, and they've tested these for argon, and they've come out with extreme ages for things that are only 2,000 years old and have a history. Like, we know the history of the lava flows there.